Hello and welcome to this video. We're going to cover top esports heading into 2025. Currently ranked the best team in the LPL based off of last year's stats. I know BLG is up there. Stats only tell us so much. Personally, I would put BLG above top esports, but we're going off stats with this, and currently top is in a tiebreaker with IG, but because of the shy and things like that, I just made top first, IG second. So the last 3 years, Top Esports have been one of the better orgs in the LPL. They've went to Worlds twice. They finished second in championship points in 2024 and 2022, sixth in 2023. Also, something interesting about this roster is the amount of players that were in the LPL last season that are on the LDL roster in this upcoming season. So it's definitely an interesting situation with this team. Makes you wonder if they loaned out these players and we really didn't realize it last year. And we'll talk about that. So in top lane, you have 369 graded out as the best LPL top laner last season. First in stats, I had him in my top 5 overall, but not first in the LPL. So that's just, something to think about. 3.4 KDA, 54.2 KP, 8.3 CS per minute. Pretty solid to good numbers. Positive 0.4 share differential, 1.38 damage divided by gold. On average, up 110 gold and 2.67 vision efficiency in summer and at Worlds. 20 champions in 139 games. 23 years old. 3 most played. Kayasante, Renekton, Aatrox were half of the games. So every game there's one of those. There was a game that there was not. Pool is the backup. Pool has no games played last season. In the jungle, you have Kanavi. Kanavi is one of the best junglers in the world. He's in my top 5 as well. He's an excellent player, and in a carry-oriented meta with JDG, he was excellent, and his numbers back that up. He was second statistically last season behind Meteor, or actually behind JJ, and I guess Meteor, but Meteor is not supposed to start this year. Kanavi, 4.2 KDA, 75 KP, 6.9 CS per minute. Everything went through him. 369 and Kanavi rejoining forces after being away from each other for a year. This allows 369 to take on more of a weak side role like he has in the past as a facilitator. One of the best all-around players in the world. Negative 0.4% share differential, 1.27 damage divided by gold, up 215 gold at 15 minutes. And a 3.79 vision efficiency, 20 champions in 102 games. Second in his role, like I said, 24 years old. Lee Sin, Xin Zhao, and Zyra, 37% of his games. Now this is where things get interesting with this team. There are 2 junglers behind them, behind Kanavi, that played last season. And honestly, looked pretty decent as rookies. So first you have Nayu. Nayu played for Rare Atom for a split. In spring, had a 3 KDA, 72.6 KP, 5.7 CS per minute, and remember the spring meta was not carry oriented. Negative 4.6 share differential, 0.95 damage divided by gold, and a wide champion pool of 16 champions in 49 games. If we took his stat line and put it against all the LPL starters this season, he would be ranked 11th going into the year at 20 years old. And then after that is Zhao Feng. So Zhao Feng and Nayu both played with top esports challengers in 2023. Then they went and played in 2024. Nayu on Rare Atom, Zhao Feng on OMG. But now they're both backups. So Zhao Feng, 3.2 KDA, a 77 KP. Very high kill participation. I thought Zhao Feng, honestly, at times was better than Milky Way for different reasons. Now, Milky Way, of course, over the aggregate in the entirety, is better than Zhao Feng. I won't, pretend like that's not the case. But Zhao Feng was good at times. I thought I think he should be an LPL jungler right now. I don't really know why he's not. Makes me wonder, what was going on behind the scenes with Top Esports that these guys just all of a sudden are back with the team. 6.2 CS per minute, negative 3.5 share differential, 1.04 damage divided by gold. Down 150 at 15 minutes, 3.48 vision efficiency, 18 champions in 58 games. 7th in his role, 20 years old. So 7th based on who's starting this year. He'd be an upper half jungler based on stats going into this season. He should be on a team. It's really weird that he's not. Mid lane, we have Cream. 4.3 KDA, 62.7 KP, and a 9.2 CS per minute. As far as that's concerning that, kind of on an island as far as mid laners are concerned. 3 out of every 5 kills, not very involved, not a facilitator. And in the end, Cream is first time on a team that's really good. And hell, they had runs at international events. Maybe not living up to the hype that people wanted them to, but Top Esports were there and were competitive. MSI being a bit of a disappointment. 5.7 share differential, so did deal quite a bit of damage relative to his gold, given the 62% KP. That just goes to show you how much damage he was dealing when he was present. 1.7 damage divided by gold. Up 130 at 15 minutes. 3 vision score per ward placed. 15 champions in 139 games. Ranked 4th last season in the LPL statistically, is 21 years old. Corki Tristana Azir, 47% of his games. Behind him is Wang Zhao. Wang Zhao had a 4 KDA, 62.7 KP, 9.2 CS per minute, but a 1.71 damage divided by gold. 15 champions in 62 games. Naya is the 3rd mid laner on this squad's, in the organization, and had no games played. Only 80 carry this season, currently on the roster, is Jackie Love. No one's going to replace Jackie Love on Top Esports, even if there was a backup. Jackie is, speaks for himself, a fan favorite, world champion. 4.5 KDA, 70 KP, 8.6 CS per minute. The CS is a little bit lower because of all the Senna games he played. Him and Mako, definitely quite a combination in the bot lane. And with Crisp, it is a bit of a downgrade for Mako. Not extremely, but is a downgrade nonetheless. Positive 3.7 share differential, 1.58 damage divided by gold, up 70 gold at 15 minutes, 3.11 vision efficiency, 16 champions in 139 games. Jackie ranked 6th last season in the LPL statistically, 24 years old. Ezreal, Lucian, and Senna, 45% of his games. Starting support, like I said, is Crisp, world champion in his own right. Every time he's gone to Worlds, he's gotten to semifinals or better. So we'll see what happens this year if Top Esports can get to that event. Based on stats, they should. 3 KDA, 72.1 KP, negative 6.2 share differential. If we do the math on the share differential, it comes out very positively. We have 9-4, so 2-7 in the positive department. So this team does deal more damage than they receive in gold. 0.69 damage divided by gold, 15 gold ahead at 15 minutes. Very small. We do the math. 85, 215, 430, and 540. So positive 540 gold ahead at 15 minutes for this club. I expect them to do very well based on that, and obviously we figure that just looking at the roster. This team's going to probably go to international events. 1.82 vision efficiency, 24 champions in 134 games, 7th in his role last season, oldest player on the team, 26 years old. Rel, Rakan, Renata, 38% of his games played, widest champion pool on the team as well. Niket is the backup, so now we have another situation. 3rd player that was on a team last year. What's going on here? All of a sudden goes back to Top Esports. Did we have loans going on? Do we have back alley deals? It's not great, because I thought Niket looked very good alongside Doggo on Ultra Prime. Now Doggo goes back to the PCS. They bring in Wako into Ultra Prime, so they still want to have a PCS 80 carry, but Niket back in LDL instead of, being on any of these teams. Statistically, his stats are not as good as what I thought laning-wise, I thought he was very good alongside Doggo. The rest of the game, he's a young player. In Ultra Prime, we're a disaster. So, it's unfortunate. He had a 2.9 KDA, a 75.3 KP, 3 out of every 4 kills. He made things go for Ultra Prime in summer. Negative 6.7 share differential, very traditional support at 0.59 ROI. Negative 30 gold, 1.75 vision efficiency, 8 champions in 35 games. Based on last season's stats, he'd be only better than Vampire out of those that played last season that are playing this year. But, like I said, a rookie. And I thought laning-wise, him and Doggo did very well in the 2v2. 21 years old. Fang Yu played with the LDL roster last season. 3.4 KDA, 68 KP. More carry-oriented support, 0.8 ROI. 10 champions, 35 games. Home is the coach, former JDG coach, as well as many others. Domestically, 157, 89, and 7 in the regular season for a 62% win rate. Playoffs, 99 and 75 for a 57% win rate. And then internationally, very good at 59 and 29 for a 67% win rate. I expect this roster to be one of the ones that go to Worlds. Now, everyone says a curse, this and that. I don't buy into curses. I think that's silliness. Superstitious silliness. It's just no thanks. The players on this team are very good. You have 3 players that are top 4 in their role. Jackie Levin and Crisp, upper half. And, I mean, that in and of itself should put them in the conversation. I think that they have a stronger claim than an IG does in that, just because the Shy, I think the Shy the Shy could beat, IG could beat Top Esports. The Shy flips heads. He flips tails, he's going to lose. So that's the thing. Some people are throwing around like, well, the Shy, I think, can do well for 70% of the games. Yeah, he hasn't done that in how many years? Like, let's be real. This roster, pretty damn good. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord. Become a YouTube supporter. And hope to see you again tomorrow.